It's 3/22/2024. I'm just waking up. It's like, well, it's 7:08 now, but I was up earlier. It's freezing cold. It's below freezing, maybe 28 degrees. So winter is not over yet, although we've had a lot of good days. I've said it before, and I will say it again. When it's cold, it's better to be cold than it is to be too hot. If your body heats up and you start sweating and you're exposed to the cold and you're wet, it's really uncomfortable. So my hand's freezing right now holding this phone, and I'm just getting ready to go do some homeless outreach. That's been a really good experience for me, because I've been learning this this job of providing service for people that are living out in the streets and working with other agencies. This is like the closest I've been to nature and civilization at the same time in living. It's worked pretty well. I'm gonna roll cigarettes for the people out in the street. I'll bring cigarettes with me. They like cigarettes. A lot of people like them. And just trying to build rapport and, you know, help them get the services they need. And that's my front door right there, which is cool, but it is real cold. It's real cold. So it's just been difficult. Like, part of me just doesn't want to continue recording and taking pictures, and obviously I have to be mindful about my position, and I can't divulge information about people. I did not expect to get this job. It fell into my lap and I took it, since this is what I've been doing for the year. And it, you know, I was going broke anyways. So just gonna keep going. I gotta get motivated. I'm keeping up on the blogs and the YouTube. I'm not posting on Facebook or Twitter, what's that other one, TikTok anymore. I'm gonna keep it low key, and I think I'm gonna write a book. I've been developing this outreach program, so I have a better idea on ways to help people in the street and provide service. Doing the work is more important than traveling around and trying to experience something that I've kind of already experienced and understand. But yeah, it's like, it's not easy. And one thing that I find interesting is, while you're living it, like, you're just experiencing it. Like, there's nothing special about it. You know, you go to sleep in the freezing cold, you bundle up, you get your sleeping bag and you bundle under the blankets. It's a mess. When you're living out here, you don't have a lot of motivation to do stuff. You know, once you lay down, you lay down, especially when it's cold. The wind has been howling lately, so the string, I just I just used the string to keep the tent from blowing away, and it worked. You know, was it flapping around and folding up? Yeah, but, you know, these things are made pretty well. A lot of the people I see out in the street live in tents, and they get blankets and sleeping bags and clothes and things, and they just bundle up, and they live all winter long. I don't know how many Massachusettians really understand how many people are living outside throughout the winter. Our homeless populations are exploding. Poverty is going to become a real issue. And you know, we're a social service state. We're very blue. So all you taxpayers are going to be paying for this influx. And the big complaint that I hear, but I don't see a lot of, believe it or not, is all the illegal immigrants that are coming into this state, and they're getting put into hotels and things like this. Our economic systems are going to have to support people. So I don't know how, we're a wealthy state, but how much of our tax dollars are going to be spent supporting people that can't support themselves. So, and how well are we supporting them? If they're living outside, then they're not being supported properly. So I guess ultimately that's where I'm at, you know, just trying to help people, trying to figure out who I am as a person and as a professional and what needs to be done, because it is not right what I see is people shouldn't have to live outside. There's more than enough resources and funds to keep people sheltered, to give them the environment and the tools that they need to develop so that they can sustain in some form or fashion and contribute to society. But and this is the interesting part. This state's spending billions and billions of dollars to pay people to, you know, to curb this influx of poverty and homelessness, and it keeps expanding. The addiction crisis keeps expanding. So what you got now is billions of dollars being spent for people that are ineffective. Am I going to be effective in my job and my role? I'd like to think so. I have a feeling I will. And it's in a contained space. So come see me in a year or two, and let's see what our populations are looking like. In the city I work in now, we're looking at about 200 unhoused individuals, maybe more, because they travel, they cycle between the other two cities close by. So if you come and see me in a couple years and we're looking at 100 unhoused people, then that would be a reduction of half of the unhoused population. And I'm fighting against forces that are way beyond my control, political forces that do not want to provide shelter for people. Boston does want to provide shelter. Woods Mullen's got 500 beds, and last I was there, not even half of them were filled. I don't even think they had staff capacity to fill those 500 beds, but they don't want people coming into Boston from other places, and people aren't really interested in staying in shelter sometimes there. So it's all dependent on the circumstances. But where I'm at now, the city does not want to provide shelter. So they prefer to have people living outside. And the problem with that, from what I see, is when people live outside, the area around where they're living becomes like an open air dumpster. Trash everywhere. So when you look at a city that's full of trash, it's usually a city that you're not going to want to live in. So, you know, I hate to tell you, but Massachusetts becoming more expensive. Property values going up. It will gentrify over time. But, you know, these issues are going to have to get remedied, and that's what they're trying to do. And politically and social service wise, you know, it's just not happened fast enough. So, you know, that's where I'm at, trying to find ways to help people and improve the quality of our society, because there's a lot of political entities in varying cities throughout Massachusetts, because they're all different, that give no fucks, and the problems will persist or get worse over time unless people start doing something about it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to try to keep up on my writing and keep everybody informed on the blog and the YouTube. So this is me doing a video. I'm going to roll cigarettes, and then I'm going to go to work. So y'all have a good day.